Excuse me, this is my seat. Could you please move?
I am pregnant. What is wrong with letting me sit here? You are a grown adult. Standing for a few hours is no big deal.
My wife's pregnant. Why would we lie? Just find another seat. Don't block the aisle. You are in the way.
I didn't make a scene. Went straight to the head attendant and paid $1,800 to upgrade to first class. Just as I was having steak and sipping red wine in economy class, panic suddenly broke out.
Everyone, please stay calm. Return to your seats. Ma'am, what is wrong? Please calm down.
Attention, passengers. On this flight, a pregnant woman is experiencing a medical emergency. If there are any medical personnel on board, please contact the crew immediately.
Head attendant, I found it. That Miss York from earlier is a doctor at Brightwell Medical Center.
Miss York!
Yes.
Miss York, I am so sorry to bother you. There is a pregnant woman in economy class, the one who took your seat earlier. She is suddenly hemorrhaging heavily. There are no obstetricians on board. We've contacted the ground, but the nearest diversion airport is at least 40 minutes away. Her condition is very critical. She can't wait that long. I just checked your passenger info and saw you are a doctor at Brightwell Medical Center. So we were hoping you could you go back there and help?
Why should I?
Miss York, this is a matter of life and death.
I know it is a matter of life and death, but first, I am not an OB-GYN. Second, I am on vacation right now. I have no obligation to treat anyone. Third, and most importantly, why should I save someone who was just bossing me around and stole my seat?
But you are a doctor. Isn't saving lives a doctor's duty?
Duty? My duty is to be at my post, using my expertise to treat patients who follow the rules and respect doctors, not to spend my vacation time taking huge risks for someone who is unreasonable and arrogant. There is no professional equipment on the plane, no sterile environment, and not even the right medication. Once I step in, if I succeed, it is my duty. If I fail, 2 lives are lost, then won't all the blame just turn into my negligence? Will her family sue me in court for practicing without a license and killing people? Will the airline, to avoid liability, push all the blame onto me, this enthusiastic doctor?
Miss York, I understand your concerns, but it is an emergency. That pregnant woman is showing signs of shock. If we don't stop the bleeding, she might not make it until landing. Rest assured, if you are willing to help, our airline will issue a liability waiver, and all the passengers can testify for you.
Verbal promises mean nothing. Even written agreements can sometimes turn out to be worthless paper.
Doctor, please save my wife. We were wrong. We shouldn't have taken your seat. We are so sorry. If you just save my wife, I'll do anything you ask. I'm begging you. I'll do whatever it takes.
Now you know you're wrong when you stole my seat. Why didn't you think this would happen? I told you, I am not an OB-GYN. I can't save her.
No, you can save her. You definitely can. My wife's attending doctor is Dr. Layton from Brightwell Medical Center. He told me that the best expert in their department is a young doctor named York. That is you, isn't it?
So they came prepared. They were targeting me.
Your name is Michael Gale, 29 years old, unemployed. The woman with you is Vera Lake, 26 years old, freelancer.
Oh, do you know that?
How do I know that you two aren't even passengers on this flight? Your tickets were bought late last night, illegally, at a high price from a scalper. Your goal was to be at 30,000 feet and put on a pity act to force my hand.
Go check the passenger information.
I'll tell you one more thing. The one who gave you this idea was my fiancé, Alex Chase, right? He told you, I am a sucker for a sob story, and as long as you act pitiful, make a big enough scene, and put a life on the line to pressure me, I'd definitely cave. He even set everything up for you, like paying off the scalpers and tracking my flight info. Too bad. He miscalculated one thing. He forgot to tell me that his mistress is pregnant, and he forgot that in this world, human nature is unpredictable. He thought this was just a well-crafted show, but before the leading lady even debuted, he was already completely exposed. Jenny, I didn't want to tell you this. I didn't want to upset you, but I can't hide it anymore, and I couldn't bear to keep you in the dark.
Miss Layton, what is going on? I remember Vera Lake. She is a VIP patient here.
What is the problem?
It is Alex, Chase's child.
When did you find out?
Almost half a month ago. I am not just your colleague, but also your mother's lifelong best friend. I watched you grow up. I couldn't stand by and watch. Alex seems decent on the outside, but behind your back, he did this to betray you. Janie, you are too understanding and too tolerant, but you can't just let this slide.
Why is he being so reckless? Knowing how careful he is, he wouldn't leave so many traces.
Because he wants this baby desperately.
You are a top expert, don't you know?
Alex suffers from reproductive failure. His chances of conceiving are extremely low. Vera's pregnancy is a 1 in a million chance.
I checked the records. Vera's condition is terrible. It is an extremely high-risk pregnancy. No expert at the hospital dares to take her case. No one wants to take that risk. He is out of options. So he finally targeted you.
I've never had any romantic feelings for him. I always thought he was like me, treating this engagement as just following our elders' orders. Now I know I misjudged him. Completely. His gentle and quiet nature was nothing but a facade put on for everyone.
Head attendant, the passengers in seats 15A and 15B, their information really doesn't match. Now, do you still think I should save her?
Dr. York, I admit they're completely out of line, but the child is innocent. That life is real. No matter what, we can't just stand by and watch her die on this plane.
Yeah, doctor, regardless, save her first. We'll call the cops when we land. Right, let the law punish them. Dr. York, I am begging you. Everything is all her fault. As long as you save Vera, I'll do anything to make it up to you. Money, I have money. I'll give you all my money. Please save her and the baby.
Money, do you think? I need your money.
Someone who casually drops $1,800 on an upgrade and is a top hospital specialist wouldn't care about money.
You want me to save her? Fine, but I have conditions.
Tell us! As long as it is reasonable, we will agree to it.
First, start recording on your phone and capture everything. I want Michael Gale to look at the camera and confess how he, Vera Lake, and my lovely fiancé Alex Chase orchestrated this whole scheme. Don't leave out a single detail. Second, I need the airline to immediately draft a liability waiver. The agreement must state that I am responding to your emergency request under extremely limited conditions to provide humanitarian medical aid, regardless of the outcome, whether the patient lives or dies. I personally and Brightwell Medical Center will bear no legal or moral responsibility. Michael Gale needs to sign this agreement. And also, I need at least 5 first-class passengers to sign as witnesses.
No problem. I'll get right on it.
Third, you just said you are willing to do anything, that you give all your money, right?
Yes, I am.
Good. I want you and Vera Lake, along with the mastermind Alex Chase, to jointly put up $5 million. The money isn't for me. It is a donation to the Sunrise Girls Initiative to help support underprivileged girls who are out of school. I want you within 24 hours of the plane landing to wire the money to a designated account. Also, in a major city newspaper, publish an apology letter for 3 days in a row. A public apology to me, Jane York.
$5 million!
That is almost all the savings he and Vera Lake scammed from Alex Chase.
What is wrong? Reluctant? Were your remorse and promises all a lie? Or is it that to you, the lives of your wife and child aren't even worth $5 million?
He won't even spend money to save her. Yet he was crying so miserably earlier.
People like him, Doctor! Don't help them! Let him regret it forever!
There's no way out. If Vera dies here today, not only will I get nothing, but for the rest of my life, I'll be despised by everyone.
I agree to all your conditions. Just please save her. I'll do anything.
Good. Now let's record your statement.
It was Alex Chase. Alex Chase made us do all of this. He promised that once it was done, he'd pay us a lot of money and get Vera promotion at Brightwell Medical Center. Every single detail was entirely planned by him.
Head attendant, the waiver is printed.
What a scumbag! I'll be a witness. Once we land, you are going to face justice.
Get me a first aid kit, some saline solution, and any gauze and bandages that you can find. Also, close all the curtains in first class. Except for the crew. No one comes near.
Get it ready now. Whatever Dr. York needs, you get it for her.
It is even worse than I expected. Severe hemorrhage and hypoxic failure. Her vitals are nearing the critical limit.
Dr. York, her heart rate is erratic. Her blood pressure is plummeting. She can't withstand being moved at all. Listen up, everyone. Any change in her position right now will directly trigger cardiac arrest. It will likely kill both mother and child. Now, set up a temporary emergency station here. Clear 3 rows of seats around us. Everyone else, step back. Keep this area ventilated and quiet. Don't crowd and block the oxygen. Blood pressure cuff.
60/40. Classic hemorrhagic shock. Start an IV line. Push normal saline at full speed. This is a surgical scar. Judging from its length and position, it looks like an appendectomy. But more importantly, at the end of the scar, I can see a very hidden tattoo. It is a tiny design, consisting of letters and numbers. PNH paroxysmal, nocturnal hemoglobinuria. acquired hemolytic syndrome. It is an extremely rare acquired hematopoietic stem cell mutation that causes this hemolytic disease, and B27 is its most aggressive subtype. Women with this condition have inherent platelet defects and extremely poor clotting once pregnant, especially in the third trimester as the uterus expands and hormones fluctuate. It easily triggers massive bleeding. The mortality rate is up to 50%. You could say pregnancy for women with hemolytic disorder, B27, is essentially a massive gamble with their lives. But Alex Chase, as a senior hospital executive, there is no way he didn't know the danger of this disease. Vera is his mistress and had her prenatal care at Brightwell. Alex saw all of her test reports. He definitely knew she had this. Since he knew, why let her get pregnant? Why would he allow her to use such extreme methods to push a uterus that could rupture any time? This isn't about saving the baby. This is murder. He wants to use my hands, or rather use this inevitable accident, to get rid of Vera and her baby. I've been wrong this whole time. Alex's health issues might be real, but his desperation to save the baby was never out of love. What he really wants isn't a child. It is a perfect accident. An accident that gets rid of Vera as a burden, and perfectly justifies taking over all her assets. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I thought I was just dragged into this. I didn't expect that in his game. I am the most crucial piece. If I step in and save Lily, all the following risks, medical disputes, public backlash will all fall on me. He'll walk away clean, reap the rewards, and take everything. If I fail and both mother and child die, he'll play the grieving victim, win everyone's sympathy, and get fame and fortune. What a perfect way to use me for his dirty work. You are so pitiful and foolish. You risked everything to have his child, loved and trusted him. You probably never imagined that the man you deeply love had already paved a path straight to hell for you. No matter what, I have to pull her back from the brink of death. I can't let Alex Chase's scheme succeed. I want you to see for yourself the man you entrusted your whole life to, just how selfish and sinister a monster he truly is.
Hemostat! Gauze! Increase fluids!
What do we do? We can't stop the bleeding!
No! We need to pack it immediately! Give me all the gauze you have!
Oh, no! Her blood pressure is still dropping!
Prepare epinephrine.
There was a dead silence, and everyone held their breath. All you could hear was the faint and rapid beeping. I let out a long sigh of relief, pressing the gauze against the wound. The bleeding finally slowed down. But the danger was far from over. Organ failure from hemorrhagic shock could take her life at any moment.
Keep the IV running. Keep the IV line clear. Monitor her heart rate and oxygen closely.
Dr. York, thank you for your hard work.
Contact the captain. How long until we land?
He has already contacted the ground. They're clearing an emergency landing route. It'll take 30 minutes at the earliest.
30 minutes. Normally, it is just time for a quick nap, but right now, it is the distance between life and death. Looking at Vera's pale face, I know clearly we've only bought a momentary breather, but the real fight has just begun. Death is still lingering outside, waiting for me to make a mistake.
Attention passengers, due to a medical emergency on board, we will be making an emergency landing ahead. We expect to land in 25 minutes. Emergency responders are standing by on the ground. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation.
No, the baby isn't.
Isn't what?
His which? He, is it Alex Chase, or her husband in name only? Michael Gale, if the baby isn't Alex Chase's, then why did he go to such lengths to set up this huge trap? What was it all for? Looking at Vera Lake's face, I felt for the first time that this woman might not be as simple as she seems. This carefully planned mid-air scare, behind it all, what deeper motive is hiding?
Dr. York, the tower transferred this call. It is Manager Chase from Brightwell Medical Center, your fiancé. He said it is extremely urgent and he must speak with you immediately.
Right on time. Based on the schedule, he should have gotten the news by now.
Hello.
Janie, I just got a call from the airline saying your plane had an accident and had to make an emergency landing. You scared me to death.
I am fine.
That is good. I heard a pregnant woman on board was hemorrhaging and in critical condition. You didn't step in, did you?
I did. I can almost imagine the colorful expressions on his face right now. It must be shock, confusion, and disappointment.
Really? That is my Janie. A true healer. It must have been so hard in that situation.
It was fine. Speaking of which, this patient was quite unique.
Oh, how so?
She has a very rare blood disease called hemolytic disorder, B27. It causes a severe blood clotting disorder. Pregnancy is highly dangerous, especially when flying. Changes in air pressure can easily trigger massive bleeding. It is practically a death sentence. Don't you think as her family, or rather, as hospital staff who knew her condition, allowing her to fly long distance now is a bit too irresponsible?
Janie, what are you talking about? I don't really get it. I am just an admin, after all. I am just glad you were on that flight, to stop a tragedy from happening. You are everyone's hero.
I wouldn't say hero. I just did what I had to do. Alright, we're landing soon. I gotta go.
Alex, let the game begin. This is a much bigger scene than I expected.
I've already packed the patient. Keep a close eye on her.
To pull this off under those conditions, Doctor, you are an absolute miracle worker. Dr. York, when saving a life at 30,000 feet, what was on your mind? How did you manage with such limited equipment to pull off that incredible rescue? Excuse me, you and the pregnant woman had an unpleasant encounter in economy class earlier. Did that affect your decision to help?
I know his scheming has already begun. He wants to use the media to put me on a pedestal, to turn me into a moral saint, a model healer. This way, I won't be able to turn my back on her follow-up treatment, and even be forced to accept their filthy affair. Too bad. I've never been one to compromise.
Thank you all for your concern. I am just a doctor doing what I had to do. What we should really focus on is not me, but this patient, and why she was even on this flight. This pregnant woman suffers from a highly rare paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria, also known as PNH. It is a condition that causes severe blood clotting disorders. For these patients, pregnancy itself is a massive risk. It must be monitored by a top-tier medical team. Putting her on a long flight in her third trimester to endure severe pressure changes is no different than deliberate murder.
Dr. Yark, you are pointing directly at human error. Could the person who made this hasty decision be related to the patient's family or hospital management?
Banning long flights for PNH patients is a basic medical order. Who exactly ignored the risks and insisted on putting a heavily pregnant Lily Lynn on a flight? Is there a cover-up involving vested interests?
I don't know who made such a hasty and irresponsible decision, but I believe the management of Brightwell Medical Center and the Ethics Committee will conduct the most thorough and serious investigation. They will find out who treated medical practice as a joke and who put a patient's life in such extreme danger. This isn't just irresponsible to one life. It is a complete disgrace to our entire medical profession.
What will you do next about this?
I, Jane York, Deputy Chief of Arbing at Brightwell Medical Center, will personally follow up on this until the truth comes out.
I gave Alex Chase no chance. I brought the fire straight to his doorstep, using a grander justice to counter the morals he tried to force on me. Sure enough, they're already suppressing the news to smooth things over. Vera actually sent this, using someone else's phone, from the ambulance. Beware of Michael Gale, that pathetic, cowardly man who was scared out of his wits. He wasn't an actor hired by Alex. He is a lunatic. It seems from the very beginning, I've underestimated the complexity of this game. The one falling into the trap might not just be Alex. It includes me too. That sentence completely shattered all my previous assumptions. Michael Gale wasn't hired by Alex Chase. Or rather, he wasn't just hired by Alex. Why would Alex use a cycle? What is his goal? Or could it be even Alex can't control this cycle? This whole thing is like a tangled ball of yarn. Thought I found the loose end, but it only gets more tangled.
Jenny, you scared me to death.
I am fine. You seem busy.
What is she probing for? What does she know?
I just came from the hospital. The board was alerted. We held an emergency meeting to discuss how to handle the media. You really made Brightwell Medical Center look good this time.
Reputation is secondary. Life is what matters. I just don't get it. Vera Lake's checkups were all done at our hospital. You should know her case better than anyone. Hemolytic disorder, B27. Flying late in pregnancy, Alex. You are an experienced manager. You tell me, was this a deliberate murder attempt?
Of course I knew the risks, but what could I do? Vera, she was so unstable.
She insisted on leaving town. To go back home, I couldn't stop her. So I bought her a first-class ticket, so she'd be comfortable and a bit safer. How could I have known that she would suddenly swap seats with a guy named Michael Gale and go sit in economy?
Is that so? So you are saying you don't know that Michael Gale guy either?
No, I don't. I just heard his name from the airport police. I heard he is Vera's ex-boyfriend and has been harassing her. This whole incident might have been planned by him.
In that case, let's wait for the police report. I am exhausted. I need to go rest.
I'll take you.
Alex, I just realized the perfume you are wearing is quite unique. What brand is it?
He panicked. More than panicked.
Miss Layton, look into someone for me, Michael Gale. I need to know everything about him. His background, his relationship with Vera, and what kind of psycho he really is.
Don't worry. I already have someone on it. This game is far more complex than I imagined, and there is no turning back for me. I can only play it to the end, to see what lies at the end of the board, and what kind of abyss is waiting.
Dr. York, are you sure you don't need me to go up with you?
No, wait for my call.
Sorry, Mr. Chase gave orders. No visitors allowed.
I am Dr. Jane York from Brightwell Medical Center. Vera Lake is the patient I saved on the plane. I need to check on her condition. It is my duty.
Sorry, we only take orders from Mr. Chase.
Which Mr. Chase? How is he related to the patient, her husband, or an immediate family member? As far as I know, he is neither. What right does he have to restrict my visits to my patient? Move. If you block me again, I'll call the cops for false imprisonment. I'd like to see whose orders matter more, Alex's or the law's.
Janie, what are you doing here? There are professional doctors and nurses here. You've been rushing around all day. You should get some rest.
I am here to see my patient. Manager Chase, you seem to forget. I am a doctor at this hospital, too. And you also forgot. You have no right to decide for the patient who gets to visit and who doesn't.
Janie, you misunderstand. Vera just had surgery. She's very weak. The doctor ordered absolute rest. I was just worried. Too many people would disturb her. But since you are here, of course, you can go in. Let Dr. York in. Vera, how are you feeling?
Manager Chase, I'd like to speak with the patient alone.
What is it that I can't hear? I thought we kept no secrets from each other. Janie.
Of course there is. For instance, I want to ask Miss Lake about her unborn baby. Whose is it exactly? Or perhaps, I want to ask her how that lunatic Michael Gale is really connected to you, Senior Manager Chase.
Jane!
Stop spouting nonsense. You are upsetting the patient.
Am I talking nonsense? You know the truth. Alex, drop the fake act. You think locking Vera up will keep her quiet? You think getting 2 bodyguards will stop me? Let me tell you, this isn't over. Miss Lake, you don't need to say anything. Just nod or shake your head. Is the baby Alex's?
Are you crazy?
What is going on? The patient is agitated. Her blood pressure is spiking. Please leave immediately.
Okay. We're leaving right now. Janie, let's talk outside.
I got what I wanted today. I managed to create a rift between them, and sure enough, the baby isn't Alex's.
Speak. What exactly do you want?
What do I want? That is a question I should be asking you, Alex. What exactly do you want? Find a terminally ill woman pregnant with some stranger's kid and orchestrate a dramatic mid-air rescue to make me look like a hero. You went to all this trouble to set up this huge scheme. What is it all for? For money? Or is it for something else?
Jane, you are smart. Smarter than any woman I know. But sometimes, being too smart isn't a good thing. There are some things you are better off not knowing.
Too bad. I don't have many good qualities, but I am just too curious. The more you try to hide from me, the more I want to find out. For example, who exactly is Michael Gale, and what kind of shady deal is going on between you and Vera?
Since you want to know so bad, I'll tell you. You are right. The baby isn't mine. And Vera isn't my mistress. The baby she is carrying is Michael's, and Michael is an absolute psycho. A paranoid, violent stalker. He has been harassing Vera for years. She couldn't get away from him, and he even forced himself on her and got her pregnant.
What about you? In this story, what role do you play?
I am a fool who wanted to be a hero but turned into a villain instead. Farah's father is a board member of Brightwell Group. Richard Lake, did you know about this?
Mr. Lake only has this one daughter, spoiled since childhood, but strictly disciplined. About Vera and Michael, he has absolutely no idea. If he ever finds out that Vera is pregnant with a jobless guy's kid, he would never forgive her. So, Vera came to me. She begged me for help. She said, if I helped get rid of Michael, deal with the baby cleanly, and cover the whole thing up, she'd ask her father at the next board meeting to nominate me for Vice Dean of Brightwell.
So, you two planned all this?
Yeah, our original plan was to do it on the plane, using the altitude pressure change to trigger her old condition and cause an accident. Once successful, Vera would be off the hook, and that paranoid Michael, without this tying her down, dealing with him would be much easier. And you were the most important part of this plan. Now the plan has failed. Vera survived. The baby's safe too. Michael got taken away. Who knows what he'll say? Right now, we're in the same boat. Help me finish the last step. Just use this surgery to fully trigger her condition. We can end this quietly. Not only will I be Vice Dean, but everything Mr. Lake promised me, I'll give you half. We will still be the best partners. The perfect engaged couple. What are you laughing at?
I am laughing at you, Alex. I am laughing at how naive you are. You think a Vice Dean position and a bit of money can buy me off. You think I, Jane York, am just a pawn you can use and toss aside. Your plan sounds perfect. 3 birds with 1 stone, or even 4. Getting rid of Vera, while helping yourself clear your path to becoming Vice Dean. And at the same time, you trap me on a moral high ground, making me obey your every command. You really planned it out, Alex. Too bad your plan was full of holes from the start. Your biggest flaw is your own arrogance. You thought you controlled everything. You thought everyone would just follow your script and play along obedient. You are wrong. You underestimated me. That is nothing. You underestimated Vera, which just shows you can't read people. But you never ever should have underestimated that psycho, Michael. Did you think he was just an impulsive, paranoid stalker? You think just because you had him locked up, he is a fish on the chopping block at your mercy? Alex, do you really know him? Do you know why he showed up on that flight? He is not here to mess things up. He is here to reap the rewards. He is reaping your plan, your secret with Vera, and your future.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I just want to remind you. A living child with a Lake family lineage, who is legally recognized, compared to a quiet surgical accident, is worth a lot more, and much more interesting.
You are insane. You'll ruin everyone.
I will only ruin those who try to ruin me. Listen closely, Alex. From this moment on, I am taking over Vera's case. I decide her treatment plan. I'll be in her surgery. You and your people had better stay away from her. Otherwise, I won't mind letting Mr. Lake watch a good show about his future son-in-law. I know that from this moment on between us, there is no turning back. Got it. Michael Gale, 32 years old, from the same hometown as Vera Lake. When he was 10, his parents both died in a factory accident, and the person in charge of that factory was Vera's father, Richard Lake. The accident compensation from back then was heavily embezzled by the factory. In the end, what actually reached Michael and his elderly grandmother was next to nothing. He dropped out of high school before graduating, mixed with the wrong crowd, did a lot of menial jobs, and had a few run-ins with the law for petty theft. But starting 5 years ago, his bank account started seeing large, unexplained deposits, and it is really weird. This guy is like a ghost. He has no fixed address, no social media, hardly interacts with anyone. His only obsession is Vera. We found out that, ever since college, Vera has been living in his shadow, changing numbers, moving, calling the cops. Nothing worked. He is like a parasite she just can't shake off. Vera kept her return a total secret, but Michael found out her itinerary right away, even before Alex did.
This man is far more terrifying than I thought. He is not just some simple fanatic acting out of spurned love. He is a viper that has been lying in wait for 20 years. All these years, he has been waiting for an opportunity, waiting to strike at the Lake family and launch his fatal revenge on Richard Lake. And Vera is his carefully chosen, perfect breaking point. As for that child, I am afraid it was never an accident. Instead, in his whole revenge scheme, it is the most crucial step.
There is one more thing. After Michael Gale was taken from the airport, in less than 3 hours, he was bailed out. The person who posted his bail is a very prominent lawyer, and that lawyer's firm, their biggest client is Brightwell Group.
Dr. York, the game has just begun. I hope you enjoy my opening gift to you. Don't keep the audience waiting.
That lunatic. Not only is he out, he also found my place. He has been watching me in the shadows. He knows my every move. My fight with Alex, my taking on Vera's case, he knows it all. He isn't warning me. He is trying to reel me in, to drag me into this game of his.
And I am already a part of it. There is no way out.
Hey, Dad.
Janie, come to my study right now. Tell me, what exactly is going on? Janie, tell me the truth. Is Alex Chase involved in this? Don't forget, I trained Alex myself. What kind of guy he is, I know better than you. He never does anything without a payoff. With a mess this big, would he really let you take the fall alone? Late last night, Richard Lake called me himself. He is furious. The consequences are severe. He told me to warn you to stop right here. Stop digging into this. Otherwise, he'll drive you out of Brightwell, even out of the entire medical industry. He also said if you let this go and personally tell the media that it was all a misunderstanding, he won't just drop all charges against you. He'll also promote Alex to vice dean and transfer you to the headquarters as medical director. Janie, I know it is unfair, but you can't win this fight. Men like Richard Lake we just can't afford to cross. Let it go. For your future. And for Alex's future.
Dad, I am sorry. I can't do as you say this time. Once you cross certain lines, there is no going back. Not only will I not back down, I'll personally take over Vera Lake's surgery. This morning, I will let everyone see whether I am trying to save a life or if I have ulterior motives.
Jane, get back here!
Chief York, Head Nurse Warren, the hospital. The hospital just temporarily formed an expert consultation team. It is led by Vice Dean Layton to fully take over Miss Lake's follow-up treatment. For today's surgery, you won't be the lead surgeon.
Oh, really? Vice Dean Layton? The surgical expert who doesn't even know what PNH stands for. He is going to lead a high-risk pregnancy surgery.
It is the hospital's decision.
Can the hospital's decision just disregard the patient's life and safety? Vera is my patient. From the plane to the ambulance to here, I am the only one who knows her condition best. Changing surgeons last minute. If anything goes wrong on the operating table, who is going to take responsibility? You or Vice Dean Layton? Or maybe the one hiding behind the scenes giving orders, Richard Lake?
Janie, don't give Head Nurse Warren a hard time. It is for your own good. You had a huge shock yesterday, and you were up all night. You are not in the right state of mind. The hospital is worried about you, so they decided to have the more experienced Vice Dean Layton take over. Don't worry, I'll wait outside the ER the whole time. I'll make sure Vera is safe.
My state of mind is just fine. Fine enough to clearly remember how last night you proposed that dirty deal to me.
Janie, you are just too tired. You are talking nonsense. Whatever it is, wait until the surgery is over. We can talk about it at home.
That won't be necessary. Manager Chase. I think everyone here would like to hear what Miss Lake had to say about the father of her unborn child.
Excuse me, coming through.
Excuse me, coming through. Janie, here's what you asked for.
I, Vera Lake, voluntarily entrust all medical care for myself and my unborn child entirely to Brightwell Medical Center's Dr. Jane York. Other than Dr. Jane York, I do not consent to any other doctor performing surgery or invasive procedures on me. If the hospital, without my consent, changes the lead surgeon, all resulting consequences will be the full responsibility of the hospital and relevant parties under the law. Now, do I still need to step aside? Manager Chase.
Look at his shifty eyes. This Dr. William Shaw is most likely Alex Chase's mole.
Let's get started.
Vitals are stable. Chief York, the patient's blood pressure is dropping. Arrhythmia. Probably shock from severe bleeding. We must end the surgery right now. I suggest a hysterectomy to save the mother.
So this is Alex's backup plan. He wants to use my surgery to create an unexpected complication, harm the child, and then pin all the blame on a standard medical accident.
Shut up! Look closely. The bleeding is fully under my control. Her blood pressure is dropping. Because of the anesthesia dose you administered, it is 20% over the standard limit. Are you trying to kill her on the table?
I didn't! I didn't.
Then let me ask you, why are the patient's central venous pressure and oxygen saturation completely normal? You have 10 years of experience. Can't you even tell drug-induced hypotension and hemorrhagic shock apart? Was it an error in your judgment, or is there another reason? Adjust the drug dosage immediately. Bring her blood sugar back up. If you can't do it in 3 minutes, step out of the OR. I will petition the medical board to revoke your medical license. The surgery is a success. Mother and baby are safe.
Janie, how was the surgery?
Relax. Your little problem. I saved it for you. Safe and healthy. You should thank me.
If I hadn't been completely focused and noticed Dr. William Shaw acting weird, the consequences would have been irreversible. Alex Chase has completely lost his mind. I have to find evidence, solid proof that can put him behind bars for good.
A wonderful one-woman show. Dr. York, too bad your stage is infested with termites. I helped you clean house. You are welcome. Now, in the name of a loyal audience member, I am formally inviting you. The next act is about to begin. Lunar Grand Hotel, top floor presidential suite, 10 p.m. sharp tonight. Come along. Your future destiny depends on your choice tonight.
Miss Layton, initiate Plan B. If by midnight I haven't contacted you, take the documents I gave you and send them anonymously to the authorities and Richard Lake's rival companies.
You are here.
Who are you?
You can call me Michael Gale or the master of the game. Alex Chase, Vera, and Richard Lake, and even you, Dr. York, are all guests at my table, and I am the only dealer.
You took that video.
Just a trivial appetizer. Take a seat, Dr. York. We have all night to talk about your future.
I don't understand. Why are you doing this? For revenge? For your parents?
Revenge is such a heavy word. I prefer to call it a reckoning, settling a score that has been buried for 20 years. Richard Lake trampled on my parents' life's work to claim the chairman's seat at Brightwell Group. He thought time could erase everything. He was wrong. Every second of my existence is a reminder that some debts take a lifetime, or even generations, to repay.
So Vera Lake and that child, are they just your pawns?
They're weapons, the perfect weapons, to dismantle the Lake Corporation empire from the inside out. Richard Lake is a proud man. He values reputation and lineage. I just want to make him raise his enemy's grandson himself. Let him watch this child grow up bit by bit. Make him spend every day in regret and fear. I want this child to be the sweetest, yet most agonizing burden of his old age.
What about you? What role do you play in this game of chess? An abandoned, obsessed stalker?
That was just a disguise. I tailored for Vera Lake, Alex Chase, and everyone else. A perfect cloak. One enough to make them drop their guard and trust me completely. As for my true identity, are you surprised? Richard Lake has more than one enemy. I am not the only one who wants him dead. All these years I've been doing their dirty work, things they couldn't do themselves, but needed to be done. In return, they gave me my first chips to flip the table. For example, Vice President Warren, a director of Brightwell Group. The lawyer who bailed me out was arranged by him. The camera in the operating room was installed by his people. Do you understand now? I don't need you to be my pawn. I need you to be my ally. Your job is to make sure my child comes into this world healthy. You are responsible for using your expertise and reputation to expose the Lake family and Alex Chase and all their scandals to the world. And I will clear all the obstacles in your path so that after the storm passes, you'll be the sole victor. Alex Chase will be ruined. Richard Lake will be ruined. And you, Jane York, will get everything you want. Freedom, strength, and a brand new future. Now, tell me your choice.
I never make deals with the devil, but I can cooperate with allies.
I knew it. You are not like those fools. In here is all the evidence of Alex Chase abusing his power for personal gain and engaging in illicit collaborations. It includes the private transaction records between him, Vera Lake, and Richard Lake's rivals. This evidence is enough to put him behind bars. As for Richard Lake, his fatal weakness isn't me, nor is it you. It is himself. His ship has been hollowed out for a long time. You just need to find the right moment to light the fuse, and he'll collapse on his own.
Dad, do you still think I should stop? I knew. He silently agreed.
Jane, this is a board meeting. Who let you in? I did. As Brightwell Medical Center's lifetime honorary dean, I am officially reporting to the board. I report manager Alex Chase for suspected massive embezzlement and illegal handling of controlled drugs. The evidence is right here. You are framing me! This is slander!
Whether it is slander,
the authorities here will be the judge of that. Alex Chase, you are suspected of multiple corporate crimes. Please come with us for an investigation. Very well, Dean York, Dr. York. What a fine show of righteous betrayal. Too bad. Taking down one Alex Chase won't shake Richard Lake's foundation. This isn't over.
Hold on, Mr. Lake. Your show isn't over yet. I have one more gift for you.
Chase manipulated me step by step and deceived me. He made me believe that a surgical accident could get rid of Michael Gale for good. Dad, he wanted to hurt me. He even tried to kill your grandson. Why would you still help him?
Do you all still think this is just a simple personal grudge between me and Alex Chase? This is a premeditated murder, and the accomplice is this man who only cares about saving his own face, willing to sacrifice his own daughter's life. Chairman Lake.
Richard Lake suffered a paralyzing stroke. Losing control of the company, the already disgruntled shareholders began a frantic scramble for power. Vice President Warren, backed by Michael Gale, quickly rose to the top, becoming the group's new leader. A brutal internal struggle had begun. Alex Chase, faced with undeniable evidence, was sentenced to 20 years in prison. He will spend his life behind bars, repenting for his endless greed.
Thank you, Dr. York.
Janie, you did the right thing.
I used all my savings in a quiet seaside town to open my very own little maternity clinic. Welcoming new lives every day and seeing those happy smiles. My heart is more peaceful than ever. As for Michael Gale, after Richard Lake's downfall, he vanished into thin air. He never showed up again. I never tried to find him. We were allies, but we'd never be friends. We belong to different worlds. All I know is he anonymously donated a huge sum to my clinic. It is enough to expand this place into a small hospital. I didn't say no. I'll take it as his way of saying thanks.
Janie, do you regret it? Just for a seat, stirring up all that trouble, and hitting reset on your entire life?
No regrets. It was the best money I ever spent. $1,800. That $1,800 didn't buy a seat or an upgrade, let alone an elaborate lesson. What it bought were my principles. My bottom line, my dignity, and the freedom I finally gained, that no one can ever take away.